Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Fernip, and this is the Major Pokemon League Season 4, Week 10. I'm the coach of the Baltimore Braviaries, as you already know. So this week I'm going up against Lynx Forte and the South Florida Bulus. So I'm not going to do a team builder this week, just because, I could play in the playoffs. But for the same reasons as the last 2 weeks, I could play in the playoffs and also just time again still. It takes less time for me to make the video, it takes less time for you guys to watch it without the team builder, so I figure why not, I guess why do it, and figure I'm not going to do the team builder again. So I'll briefly go over my team, not too much, but I'll talk about what was shown and what I feel like even if it wasn't, I still want to talk about. So okay, so I'll just go over my team in order, I guess, and then so first off we got Mew, just 3 attacks and rocks, pretty cool. We have the medium Z, which is pretty cute. It's got some bulk, it's got some speed, like a max speed timid. So yeah. Next we got Lucario. This was, I think, just 4 attacks. Yeah, I think it was just 4 attacks. I'm not gonna go over too much, because it was sort of a little special thing about Lucario that I don't want to share, so I'm not gonna go over it too much. But next we got Kingdra. This is Rain Dance with 3 attacks. So I'm holding the Fire Z. Now, I cannot use a Z move on Kingdra. It's not one of my Z move users. But I can still bring a Z move, especially because it's with Fire MZ, so I don't think Kingdra even gets any fire moves in general, but either way, I'm not running any fire moves, so I can't even use the Sea Crystal. But I'm still running it, so we take less damage from knockoff. Me and the Emmy, he has 2 dark types, Skuntank and Weavile. And that's so I can live, from a life of Weavile, I can live in knockoff plus, I think plus a shard. I can live that combination if I don't have an item or have a Sea Crystal, which for knockoff is the same power. So I'm still running the Fire MZ. That way he won't see that he won't see that I'm not holding anything on the team preview screen. So he'll still see I have some item, and that way he might think something's up if he sees that I don't have an item. So that's the plan there with Kingdra. Kindra's meant to be my win con, and if stuff is weakened, then Kingdra can set a Rain Dance and hopefully just win. That's the plan. Next we got Bronzong. This is, I think, Toxic and 3 attacks. It's like mixed bulk. I forget what the spread was. I had some attack, some HP. I think it was max HP and some defense or Spadaf or something. I honestly forget the spread. I don't even think. I don't remember it like at all. I might add some special attack. I don't know. I honestly really forget the spread. Yeah, I have like 3 attacks. But yeah, so Sylveon, we got Hyper Voice, Wish, Protect, and Baton Pass. Kind of standard, physically offensive, pretty much, also max, a little bit of speed. Just my Weavile check, pretty much, because Weavile is really scary, and Sylveon is nice versus team. So Superior, this is, I think, just Synthesis and 3 attacks, which is pretty cool. Got some bulk, got some speed. So Lynx brings the Salamence, Rotom Wash, Skuntank, Komala, Weavile, and the Azelf. So he didn't bring the was it the Magirna? He didn't bring Jellicent. I was mainly the first one, that fucking Steel Fairy, that broken monster. I was expecting it. In the back of my head, I kind of thought he wouldn't bring it, but I was like, it's good versus my team. I think he'll bring it. My Bronzong was my main check defensively to it. So that was the plan there, but he didn't even bring that stupid I don't think it's broken, but it's borderline broken threat, that stupid Magirna. He didn't bring Jellicent either. I kind of thought he would, but it was one of his lower threats. But he didn't bring it, so no big deal. So that helped my Kingdra, just because that could have been a little annoying for Kingdra to deal with, just because I need that thing really weakened for Kingdra to win. Yeah, he brought mostly what I expected. I predicted 4 out of the 6 things instead of Azelf and Komala. I had the 2 previous mounts I said. So Lynx recorded my side of the battle, and a Rogue Gen for me, so nope, did not mean to do that. What am I doing? Hold up. My bad. Fuck. Okay, you didn't see that. I don't know what happened. I might cut that out. Well, whatever. So thank you guys for doing that. Rogue is consistent. Lynx is also consistent. I mean, I battled him this week, so it makes sense that he was able to do that. So, just going to start with the match. My plan going in the match was lead with Mew. That was, if he didn't bring anything to get rid of hazards, which I thought he would bring Skuntank, but I didn't think he'd bring Komala, but he brought both. So he probably has some way of getting rid of hazards on one of them, possibly both, probably just one though. So I still lead Mew, so he leads with Ace Elf, so we both lead with our floating fairy, or floating psychics here, which is kind of cute. So I go for Ice Beam turn 1 just to get some damage on this, get it in King range, because I thought he might taunt, or just set up rocks. He taunts me, so I'm glad I did not set up rocks. So I get a crit on him. So that does, for a crit, that doesn't do too much. Now, I mean, the turn 1 crits, that's unfortunate, but it wasn't a huge deal here. It didn't really change much at all, I don't think. Actually, changed it a bit, but not much. It wasn't a huge deal. So, it looked like, to me, maybe I was just running a calc wrong. Maybe it did a little more than I thought, but I think he's at like maybe like 45%, maybe a little under. So it looks like he's kind of bulky from that, because that didn't do too much for a crit, so I thought it was maybe like max HP, max speed, or nearly max speed. But anyway, so you'll find out I'm kind of wrong in that in just a second. So he goes for Shadow Ball. As we're switching to Slurp, thinking he might set up Rock, so he goes for that. Gets a crit, which is unfortunate. So it looks like he's offensive now, and I was like, oh, I guess I just ran the calc wrong earlier. I don't know, something was wrong. So anyways, he goes for Psychic here. I didn't even run the calc. I should have ran it for Psychic, but he kills me here, which is unfortunate. So I think the roll was in my favor to live. It wasn't like overwhelmingly in my favor, but like in terms of I had more than a 50% chance to live, I believe. So I'm bringing Sylveon just because I know can live any hit. He's probably going to set up rocks or maybe explode, but he just goes for Psychic, gets off some chip damage. So I go for the Hyper, just knock him out. So neither of us have rocks up on either side of the field, and that was his only rocker. So he's not going to be able to set up rocks at all. I summon my Mew in the back, which could set up rocks, which is cool. So it's 5-5. He's got a big chip on my Sylveon, so that's unfortunate. So he brings in Kamala. If he's bulky, he could Wish, and I do a little less than half, so I can't 2KO. So I just Baton Bass here because I know it should be slower than this. So he goes for that, and he's not max happiness, so that's good for me. I felt a little bad, but you know, I guess it's his job to make sure he gets a max happiness, because I don't think he gens. I probably got it from Rogue or someone, so I guess, you know, it's his job, so it is what it is. So I can just Baton Pass, get the Slow Pass in my Lucario, which is such a threat. So I click Ice Punch here, expecting you to go into Mend just because you're not staying. No way, and Silence is your only thing that's close to a switch in. So he goes into this. I'm like, okay, that's fine though, I can click Close Combat, and that should knock out. But he has speeds, and he goes for Flamethrower, so that's a little unfortunate. So I wasn't quite max speed Jolly on this. I'm still Jolly, just not quite max. I wasn't enough to outrun a max speed Jolly or Timid or whatever Skuntank. I was creeping like Skuntank with like a little less than max speed, or creeping. I guess if he wanted to creep my Blaziken with like Skuntank or Rotom or anything, I'm creeping that. So I wasn't certain that he was Scarfed here. He could have maybe just been max speed, but I was pretty sure he Scarfed here. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really change much because my close combat's gonna be able to knock him out anyway. So that's pretty cool. Didn't really matter if he was Scarfed or not because he's dead. Turns out he was Scarfed. I talked to him after the match. So he goes, or not goes for it, but he has the Aftermath. So that is a little unfortunate. Didn't really expect that. Didn't see that coming. But Lucario lives on 1 because it's clutch. So brings in Weavile. I go for E-Speed, just get out some damage, break a potential Sash, or just do whatever. So I go for E-Speed. We do a solid chunk, but it looks like I did a little less than I thought. Maybe I think he's got a bit of bulk just because the next fastest thing on my team is like Superior, so he doesn't need to run max speed. He still needs to run Jolly to outspeed me, so he's gonna have a fair amount of bulk. So that makes sense, I guess. So it did like 30, I think like 35% of the E-Speed. So he knocks me out with Ice Shard. That shows he's not Life Orb. So I'm thinking, okay, he could be Banded, could be Sashed, probably one of the two. I think it ended up that he was Choke Berry, but that didn't come into play. So I bring in Sylveon. I know it can live a Poison Jab. Unless if you're like Expert Belt, then it's like a 50-50 roll, but he wasn't, and so that's cool. So I just Wish here. I could have Hyper Voiced and just scouted this thing set or whatever, but I thought I can live any one hit from Komala. Because you saw how well I took that earlier from the sense it's not max happiness, so I thought I could live any one hit, so I'm fine to just Wish. So here I could have protected just to make sure I get off the Wish, but I thought I could live any one hit, so I think I just Hyper Voice there just to try to get off some damage. But he goes for Thrash. I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of bad. So we're down 3-4 here, I believe, because we knocked out Skuntank too, and Azelf, and he knocked out my Serp, Lucario, and my Sylveon there. So yeah, we're down 3-4. So I believe he's banded. I think if he wasn't banded, it might have been a roll to kill him. Not sure, but I believe he's banded. So, or either way, he's not. He's locked into it. So doesn't matter. So I bring in Bronze on, which can take it decently well, but yeah, that's banded for sure now. So that's a little scary because it did a lot, but I go for EQ. Just to get out some damage because you're not quite in Kingdra range yet, but that was my best play there. I don't have Gyro Ball. EQ is my best play there. I can't Toxic again because he's the whatever it's called, the Comatose, whatever. So I forget what it's called, but he's that ability. So I can't even Toxic him. So I go for Explosion here because that I think knocked out Kamala or put it really low, and I thought you'd switch into Rotom anyways, which puts you pretty low. Not quite certain what your spread was, but that does a lot. You're not physically offensive. You're in range of King for now, so that is awesome. So it looks like everything on your team is in range of Kingdra except for Kamala. It might be in range. I think it's a roll. I think it's in your favor to live. So what I do now is I go to Mew and set up rocks. You don't have a way of getting rid of them, or you could have spin on Kamala, but you need to bring in Kamala and take that damage first, and you're banded anyway, so that's alright. So he goes for Hydro, does a lot. Looks like he's just modest, max special attack. But I have a rock, so once Kamala comes in, he is in range of Kingdra, of a Surf in the rain. So he switches it in anyways as I click a Psychic just to get off some damage. It would have killed the Rotom. I'm going to go for Z Psychic. It didn't matter. I could have done it at like any point here, but it doesn't matter. So Psychic does quite a chunk. Use quite a beast. So I think I just go for like Ice Beam or something. Guess I want to switch into Mance or Superior or Weavile. Doesn't really matter. You were going to die to any of my attacks anyway, just barring if you went for Stealth Rocks, but you know, that would be dumb. So we bring some Weavile here. I was really afraid of him bringing in Salamence, because if he's max speed Jolly, then that's a speed tie, and if he wins that speed tie and knocks me out, then my Kingdra would also die to Salamence, so I would lose that if he's max speed Jolly and then wins a speed tie versus Mew, or if he's Scarfed. So I was a little scared of him bringing in Salamence, but he brings in Weavile, which is awesome. Now my Mew is max speed Timid, so if his Salamence was not max speed Jolly, or if I won the speed tie, then my Mew can knock that thing out with an Ice Beam anyways. Turns out he was Adamant, so my Mew would have outspit that thing anyways. So he brings in Weavile, and I'd Psych off Mew, it's fine, Mew dies. So we're down 1-3, but that is alright, because Kingdra can take a knockoff and an Ice Shard. I think as long as you're not like a bandit knockoff and get a crit, I can take it. So we're absolutely fine, so no rocks. So he goes for knockoff. I'm going to take that pretty well because I have a Fire EMZ, so he does not get boosted from the knockoff damage. So I go for Rain Dance, get the rain. I must whip him now, +2 speed. So Ice Shard, I think a crit Ice Shard doesn't even kill me, or he goes for it, so he's not locked in. He was Chopal, which he told me after the match, but it didn't matter, it didn't come into play. So I go for Surf, which knocks this thing out, and barring some crazy shenanigans, I should be able to win. His Salamence was not Yacha Berry because he had no item, which I think he's supposed to be Fire EMZ or something. But I saw in the team preview he had no item, so I guess when he got it from the trade, he forgot to slap back on the Z Crystal, because they don't, the Z Crystals don't transfer in trades. But Rotom is easily in range of Dragon Pulse, and then so we're tied 1-1 at this point. He's gonna be able to bring in Salamence, but I have Ice Beam, so even if you're like pretty bulky and can take a Dragon Balls after rocks, you die to Ice Beam. So we're just gonna outspeed you, go for the Ice Beam, and we're gonna be able to knock you out, and that is a win. And whew, it was close. I was nervous, especially once he knocked out my Sylveon, because Sylveon was a big player in this game, because it did really well versus his team. That Thrash kind of caught me off guard, but I'm glad I was able to play well around my Kingdra, keep my win con around, and put his team in a spot where my win con could come in and could win, which is what Kingdra's job was. And proud of Mermaid, proud of my girl. So Kingdra got the win. Kingdra got 3 kills, and my team gets the win. So Baltimore Braviaries move on to 5-5. So we're back at 500. We've not been above 500, I guess, since week 1. We were 1-0, so that's cool. But this is a really close playoff race. We are right in the midst of it. So right now, let's see. So we got Ashton at the top. He's 8-1. If he wins this week, he locks up the top seed. He locks up the top seed in the whole conference. So Ashton already won our division, so it doesn't matter. So good for him. Then next we got Lynx. He's at 6-4 at the top of his division. So as of what I know right now, Turbo's 5-4. Rob's 5-4. Rob is playing Brendan this week, who's 4-5, but they're not playing till week 13. They're just gonna make it up then. No big deal. Turbo's playing Ashton, so hopefully Ashton wins. If so, Turbo falls to 5-5. That means, as of now, I'd be in the playoffs because I have a better differential than Turbo. Right now I'm 5-5 plus 2. He's 5-4 plus 1. So if he loses, he goes down diff. So I'd have better diff than Turbo if he loses this week. So that's cool. Rogue's still alive at 4-6. And I think Mega Lugia is also 4-6. So he's still alive as well. So this is really very open. That's awesome. Like everyone in our conference could potentially make playoffs. No one's out of it yet. Only 2 weeks left, and everyone still has a chance, which is kind of cool. That's just because our conference is a lot better than the other conference. Sun Conference is the best. I think I'm in Sun. If I'm in Sun, then we're the best. If I'm not, then shit. I'm like 90% sure we're in the Sun Conference, though. I believe. I should know. I'm kind of the commissioner. Regardless, though, we're 5-5, so we got 2 more games. If we win both, we're guaranteed to make playoffs. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed. Should be. That makes sense. Yeah, because, like, Turbo still plays Lynx, I think. Or, does he? Did they play last week? No, they played last week. And Lynx won. No, okay, but Lynx still plays Rob. Turbo still plays Rob, so... And then Rogue plays Lynx and Turbo. So, yeah, like, because they're all playing each other, they're gonna... One of them's gonna lose, and... so if I win out, I'd definitely make playoffs. If I lose one of the games, I still have a chance. If I have good differential, I can make it, I think, but I would like to get as best of a seed as possible. If I go 7-5, I think I can make the 3 seed, which is a lot better than the 4 seed, because if I'm the 4 seed, I'm going to have to play Ashton in the first round, which is scary, and I'd like to hopefully push that back to round 2 if I can make it that far. But next week, we are playing Mega Lugia and the Byron Munchlax, a team I lost to last time, but I feel like I can fix my team, and I feel like I can handle this match correctly this time. I think I know what I want to do with this game. I think I know how I want to handle it. So I feel good about this game. And the following week we play Brendan, so that's the team I beat last time. But I know Brendan wants to come back and he wants to meet me. So we got some fairly tough games ahead of us, but the really tough part of our schedule, in quotes, we have made it through. You know, we played Turbo, then Ashton, then Lynx, who at the time were the top 3 in our conference. So that was really scary. We were able to win 2 of those games, so that's pretty good. So 5-5, still alive, it rhymes, and I'm going to see you guys next week with the game versus Mega Lugia. Anyways, I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.